Hi, and welcome to another update on this YouTube channel about the mod. Today I just want to talk about statics. Me and Sire have been working tirelessly on weapons, and we can safely say that we have a lot of them figured out. I personally have finished up most of my civilian weapons, and we are actually quite confident that once we get our rigs, we'll be able to create a first release within a matter of weeks. But I want to talk to you about statics today, and I want to talk to you about what we're planning on, what I'm planning on, maybe Sire Apple's planning on, and we're just going to explain it. Designing content for a future mod really takes a lot of research because you have to think about things that are going to happen in the future, and one of those things is going to be the introduction of green technology. We talked earlier about fossil fuels being out extinct and some vehicles not being able to be used. But, I mean, there is a lot of green technology that's being developed today that could possibly lead to new fuel resources tomorrow. But we are still focused on the fact of making it an infantry mod. And because of that, we're going to be trying to make a lot of big cities. In big cities, they can be fun as long as we limit them to different areas. And, I was thinking a few minutes ago, as I was watching the History Channel, and they were talking about these massive solar towers. These towers that are going to be the largest man-made objects on the face of the Earth. And what they do is they focus a bunch of mirrors or solar panels at this tower, and they create heat for them. And that heat generates electricity. And I was really thinking about this, and I really wanted to do something like that for one of our cities. So one of the things that I'm going to be trying to do is I'm going to be trying to design a building that will look like one of these solar towers, but will be absolutely a million times larger than what they're proposing today. So, I mean, we're not just going to be talking about the solar towers that they're already thinking of in Australia. We're going to be talking about something much larger, something that has streets underneath. Because, it would be really cool to have the city, and in the center, kind of like Half-Life 2, to have what basically amounts to a citadel. And a citadel is not only the main governmental palace, but it's also the main energy-producing conduit for the entire city. So what I want to do is I want to create a map that has these massive solar panels, kind of like the solar panels we see today, but much larger. Large enough to be taller than the players and, 2-3 stories high and, a block wide. And I want to create these solar towers because I think it'll look cool. So I want to have this map that I was thinking of, where we'll have in the center of the map the large citadel, and you'll run around the outside of it, and basically what will happen is you'll be underneath the solar panels. So you're going to have this tower that you're fighting around, trying to defend possibly, and you're going to be fighting under these massive solar panels that are trying to produce energy for the city. And I think it'll be really, really cool to try and capture the scale of this thing. I'm planning on creating most of the building as a real mesh, and maybe the other halves of it as 2D planes, just to get it to perform well. But I really want to capture the size of this. I want to make it seem tall, taller than the Citadel in Half-Life 2. And, just stretch up into the sky like nothing ever has before. And I want to make it stretch out for one. Because, I mean, if we're going to increase the scale on something so large as a solar tower, well, and the one in Australia that they're proposing now has about a 3-mile radius. So, to propose what I want to do, it would take easily, miles and miles of solar panels. So I'm going to hopefully be able to capture that. And if you remember playing Oblivion, you can remember the Imperial City, and it had those circular walls that went around the main tower in the center of the city. And I kind of want to do that. So what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to put the tower in the middle, the solar panels around the tower in the first layer, and then a wall. And that wall will cut off the level from the rest of the area. But you'll still be able to climb up somewhere to see far, so that you can see the rest of the city, even though it may be a 2D backdrop or something along them lines. And I really hope that I can get this to look absolutely amazing. Another thing in talking about green energy is I want to make sure that we make this as authentic as possible, that we take real-world ideas now and incorporate them into a futuristic setting. So, things like windmills when you're playing out in the fields, like Sire Apple wanted to make some maps where you're going to be fighting out in the forest and stuff. I said, well, that's nice. I don't mind that, but what I think we're going to be doing here, I'm going to cooperate with Sire Apple here. We're going to make some windmills in those forests. We're going to make sure that it looks like a futuristic society, because I really don't agree with the vehicles running on oil anymore, seeing as how it's approximately 200 years into the real future. So we're going to try and limit the use of oil as much as possible. As far as the map goes, I take a lot of time out of my day, either in the middle of class or doing different things throughout the day, to just stop and look at things and to vision what they might look like, what they could be. So, when I flip over a cup, it might seem to me like a building, or if I look at a clock, it might seem to me like some sort of anti-personnel mine or something along those lines. And I like to take those designs out of real life and kind of incorporate them into the mod. That's why I had the main inspiration for the weapons, was because I wanted to create something that was realistic. So, I'm getting pretty far in this video here. I should probably limit it since we only have about 10 minutes. But, that's what I'm trying to get across here, is that we want to make sure that we take real-world ideas and put them into the future. So I'm planning on having some massive scale stuff. And I'm hoping that I can do it, and I'm pretty sure I can, without compromising the frames per second of the game. And I can't wait to try it. Once I get my new rig, it'll be one of my first projects, because like I said, me and Sire Apple, we pretty much have our weapons complete. And besides equipment and maps and statics and things like that, we're pretty well done with this. And I really look forward to starting it, because there's nothing I like more than expressing my creative abilities and getting feedback from you guys. So that's what I want to tell you right now, is I want anybody who watches this video, about the mod, to go to our forums and to sign up. And we have a suggestions area. I don't want you guys to feel left out. I want you guys to suggest things even though there's no first release. I want you to get up there, and I want you to post, and I want you to type out what you would like to see. If you can think up the most elaborate imaginative thing in your mind, I want you to propose it. I want you to get it out there. I want you to tell me and Sire Apple what you want, because we can't do it alone. Yes, me and Sire Apple, we're very creative, and I give Sire Apple credit for that, because he's more creative than I am. But we really need your help, because otherwise this mod isn't going to be the mod you want. So we're looking for the players' help. We're looking for the people who are really interested in this mod to step forward and help us out. So go to our forums and sign up and start suggesting. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to follow the mod. I'll be posting up videos like this as we advance. Next week, I hope I'll be able to post up some max screenshots of different weapons we've been working on. I might be able to skin them for you. That might take a little while longer, but I really hope that I can start showing some real content from the mod, so that we're not just sitting here talking and we're actually convincing you that there's a real modification going on. But until then, thanks for watching this video, and I want you to go right now and sign up to those forums. You understand? This is Archie, and I'm with the Revolution mod, and that's all for today. One last quick tidbit. I'm going to be holding a banner contest. I want you guys to design the logo of the mod. The mod's name is the Revolution. I want anybody out there who wants to participate to come up with a banner, and using Photoshop or whatever, I want you to send your submission to this email address, and me and Sire Apple will personally go through it, and we'll pick our favorite ones, and we'll constantly use them as the mod's main banners and logos. Because me and Sire Apple have a few different logos right now, but I don't think any of them are as good as we want them to be. So I'm starting the very first Revolution mod logo contest. So get your Photoshop out, get ready to email, and send some input. Give us your suggestions, give us your logos, and the winner of the logo contest, the winners of the logo contest will have their logos displayed all over the place. So good luck. Archimonday signing out.